Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've made a bunch of videos about my business experience, but some may question me on why do I look so free that I can make these bunch of videos and even talk about furthering my studies in UK if I do have a business. That's because I actually sold my business a month ago. And in today's video, I'll talk about why I sold my business and how I sold it. My business is all about refurbishing computers, so I'm selling all these refurbished computers, and I've been interested in this since I started to know how to build computers. But it's always been a hobby to me ever since I started doing that until 2019 when I started my company and I kind of turned it into a full-time business. And things are always the same. Hobby is fun as a hobby. When you turn it into a business where you need to do it every single day and try to make a living out of it, you get tired of it because many aspects come to it. It's not just for fun anymore. You need to make sure that it's profitable. You need to make sure that your customer has a good experience using it. All that kind of stuff that's even more surrounding all of it. So it's not that simple anymore. That's why I actually started thinking, whether do I want to do this for the rest of my life? But besides of this question, there's actually another question that I need an answer for. So I spent 1 year of gap year doing this, so the gap year is coming to an end and I actually need to decide whether I want to drop out to fully work on my business or should I just continue my studies. So this is the two things that I have to think of. And I started to think whether I actually want to do this for the rest of my life. I'm pretty sure I don't want to because it's just not something that I want to deal with for the rest of my life. I don't want to see myself in my 30s still working on a refurbished computer or even leading a whole refurbished computer thing. I would rather do something else, something more fun and all that. Therefore, I decided not to do this. And then when it comes to whether should I drop out to continue or should I continue my studies, the answer is pretty clear. Since I don't want to do this for the rest of my life, I don't really want to drop out just for this company anymore. It's better for me to just continue my studies. The reason why I chose to sell this is because there is value in it. Because actually this company, I have plans to expand it and actually make it better, make it more well known. I have all that thing listed down, how to do them, the potential way that I can be more adventurous and execute all these plans, but I just never got into doing that because I'm actually lazy. So there's actually potential for this company. And another thing is there's inherent value within this business because first, people do know about my business, so people come back to me to search for refurbished computers. Second is all the ratings on my online store and all that. So it's a very simple thing. People need time to build all these ratings. So with my original ratings and all that, people can just come over and just purchase my business and then you get all the ratings and stuff. And third is actually the formula that I use to turn all these trash computers into refurbished computers, and I'm able to sell them with 2 months warranty. So this is the full process which I'm selling. So these are the three main value that comes with my company. That's why I knew I can sell my company, because there is value in it. Now, how did I sell my business? But before that, I would like to tell you the few ways which I found that you can actually sell a business. So from what I know, there's actually 4 ways. First one is fairly simple. It's actually by just using Facebook Marketplace listing. So on Facebook Marketplace listing, you can actually list a business and all that. You can state the price of your business and then you can put all the details of your business and then attach a few photos like a shop or whatever, or the stocks that you have, all that. And I've used that. So why did I use that? Very simple. It's free and then it's actually quite effective because people are on Facebook all day, so they will just scroll through the Facebook Marketplace and all that. So people will just see it. It's just like putting a interesting flyer sticking onto a tree on a junction that people pass through every day. you for sure know that people will be seeing that flyer, but whether people will read it carefully depends on how well you design that flyer. So Facebook Marketplace is basically like that. Second, it's sharing to Facebook groups. So it's actually quite similar to the first one. It builds onto the first thing, which is Facebook Marketplace listing. So after you made the Marketplace listing, you should search for all those business for sale groups, and then you should just share into those groups, because you know that people in those groups are actively searching for business and all this. So when you share into them, as long as the flyer which you created or the listing which you have designed is interesting enough, people will just click into it and then read it, and when they're interested, they'll just send you a message. So it's the same thing, just like what I said in the example just now. It's like you're putting this flyer into an interest group which is really interested in the product that you're offering. But to make it more interesting, you need to design your flyer well. So that's why I put it into this too. So putting it into Facebook group just makes it even more efficient, and it's still free because now you're just distributing all your flyers to all those people which are interested in your business. Third way which I use is actually putting it onto a business for sale website. Of course, there are many other second-hand marketplace and all that. You can put it on those as well, but we can say that those are similar to Facebook Marketplace, and then they don't really work as efficient as Facebook Marketplace since people are on Facebook all day. So it's a lot easier for people to just encounter your sales listing on Facebook, but not on those second-hand marketplace. But still, you can actually try those as long as they're free. But I focused on business for sale marketplace because I know that people that goes onto those websites are very niche, so they are really onto that website to buy businesses. So when I put there, the audience which I'll be facing is definitely people who want to buy business, who are serious about buying business. So I actually did that. But the one thing about this is that they actually cost money, and the website which I use, the cheapest package is actually 600 ringgit. So 600 ringgit for me to post it there for 6 months. And there are other websites which actually are free, but they just take a cut from the final sale. So let's say if you actually eventually sold it for like 100k, they probably take a 10%, which is like a 10k out of that sale. So it depends on how important you want it to be. So I was very sure of selling it, so I actually spent it 600 and then listed out there. And I actually got people replying to me from that website. And usually people that replies from those websites are very, very interested when you compare to Facebook. Facebook, they might just like ask for fun since, sometimes people just find things to do, so they just like send a message to your listing or something. But when it comes to business for sale website, they're pretty serious about it, and then they actually are perhaps 80 to 90% interested in your business. Fourth, so this one is one thing that you can't really get it. So you can't really pay for it. So this is actually connections. So you just tell people around you, your friends, your family, your relatives, that you're actually selling your business, and you will spread this through word of mouth, so people will know that you're buying your business. And the benefit of this is that it's people who are closer to you, so they are usually more trustworthy, so they will come and find you if they are interested. So they won't just come and find you when they just want to, like those Facebook Marketplace buyers. So they are pretty serious about it as well. So eventually, how did I sell it? I've actually posted up onto Facebook and then the business for sale website for around 3 months, and I got around 10 plus replies from people online, and eventually 5 of them actually came to visit my place, and I told them about how my business works, what they'll be getting when they buy my business and all that. But yes, ultimately it's actually one of my connections that actually bought it. So it comes to say that online actually works. So those people are quite interested, and connections works as well, definitely, since one of my connections bought it. But I think it's just the value that I'm giving and the price that I listed. So perhaps I should just lower my price or increase the value that I'm giving to actually sell it online or something. So yes, after selling it, of course, I do feel happy and I feel kind of lucky to be able to sell it. But yes, after selling it, I'm not a millionaire or a billionaire. it's my company isn't that valuable, but I did get a reasonable amount of money, which I'm happy for it. And yeah, I'm just glad that the name and the legacy of my company get to be continued. But of course, ultimately, the one thing which I am very happy is that for the first time in my life, I actually created value that are recognized by other people. Being able to sell a business that you created to someone means that they actually recognize whatever you have built, and I'm happy about it. And the business which I built is kind of like a baby which I've nurtured all this while, and because now I just want to head on to a different journey, so I can't just leave the baby there. So I'm happy that I'm able to pass this baby onto a safe pair of hands for them to take care of it while I embark on my new journey. If you like this video, do like, share and subscribe, and maybe consider checking out my previous video where I shared my experience on whether should you choose a local or an overseas university. Or maybe check out the Incongruous channel, which is actually a podcast channel created by me and my girlfriend Verene, where we discuss about incongruous thoughts in our daily life. Thanks everyone for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.